Hi everyone, my name's Leanne Jennings, co-founder of Grand Scale. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and thanks to Digital DNA for the invite. We're going to be sharing our marketing strategies. And we're really excited to be here today, especially in person. We haven't had an in-person event in about, 2 years?
Yeah.
2 years. So very exciting to be out of Zoom and actually in person dressed up. So we'll get kicked off.
So my name's Ro Garland. I'm Leanne's partner in crime. And today you're going to learn our 3 powerful and proven strategies for finding, engaging and converting prospects at scale. So together, Leanne and I have clocked up about 40 years experience as growth marketeers, and we've witnessed firsthand, the frustrations that B2B tech companies face whenever they're trying to generate sales traction. So this is why we have decided to channel our expertise into sessions like today to share our expertise, but also our online training programs to help companies at launch, growth, and also scaling companies as well. So, as I said, we've been round the block. We've been there, we've done that, we've got the scars and the big wins. We've taken companies to multi-million pound exits and also high-profile IPOs. So we've helped companies around the world to launch, scale and grow. And for companies, startups, we know that you guys, when it comes to marketing, you just want to get it done. You want to make sure and know that it's working so that you can then refocus on the other burning issues in your company. And that's what we offer.
Thanks, Ro. So we value your time and respect it, and we want to offer a lot of value in this session. So we have 2 bonuses at the end. The first is our ultimate marketing guide. So we have condensed our experience and the strategies we're going to talk through today into an action-based comprehensive guide, and you can grab that at the end. The second bonus we'll offer at the end is also an opportunity to book a 30-minute strategy call with us. So we have opened our diaries for the next week, and you have the chance to book in a call with us, but it's on a first-come, first-served basis. We've done this before and ended up getting loaded for a week, so we'll see how it plays out. We're also going to give time at the end for Q&A. So if you have any marketing questions you want to throw at us, that's your opportunity. So guys, this session is specifically designed for 4 types of people. Are you a business leader or manager with a pressing need to grow your business? Are you launching into new markets but have limited brand awareness? Do you have an innovative product with international appeal and need to generate your sales fast? Or are you hungry for success and just want a marketing and sales approach that actually works? If one or all of these resonate with you, then this session will give you the strategies to help grow your business. And before we jump into the strategies, we're just going to do a quick intro each. As I said, I'm Leanne. I'm a chartered marketeer with over 17 years experience in B2B tech marketing. I started my career in Wombat, and I think I see a few people from Wombat here today. It's a small world. And I spent 10 years as well in Kainos, taking that from an SME through growth and out to an IPO. And that company's now valued at $2 billion. But my real passion is working in the startup land and with new businesses and helping them launch and scale their companies. And when I'm not a marketeer, I'm a mum of 2, a fiercely competitive CrossFitter, and a country girl at heart.
Okay, so my turn. So I'm a chartered marketeer with 25 years experience. Wow. Working from startups right through to global brands. So I've launched, scaled and grown many successful tech startups. That's given me the opportunity to be on multiple management teams. And because of that, I've got a really broad view of the business challenges that small businesses face, and also experience of how to solve those problems. So problem solving is my thing. I'm really, really passionate about startups. The best ride of my life was probably Wombat and other companies like Axial 3D, who we're working with today, and Catagen.
Yeah.
And so helping those companies to succeed internationally, bringing their innovation out to the world is definitely my thing. When I'm not working, well, I'm a mum of 2 all the time. I love the caravan, and I'm a tech addict, so that's really helpful in this game. So where are we going today? We've got, this is a really important slide. It's, if anything that you go away with today, this is the one. Marketing offers a 300% return on investment for young companies. You know, so for you know, there's companies out there that feel that marketing is maybe an optional extra, or maybe an investment that they can't afford just right now. But the harsh truth is that companies can't afford not to look at marketing. Companies that prioritize marketing are 13 times more likely to see a positive ROI. So innovation may have given birth to your company, but it's marketing that keeps it alive and underpins its growth. So investment in strategic marketing that is laser focused on your customers and your future customers delivers in spades. Absolutely. So our mission today is to make sure that your marketing is as effective as possible. Where we're going is, we're going to touch on the ideal customer persona, our first strategy, our strategies for prospecting, our strategies for content that converts. We're going to look at our sales and marketing formula to grow your customer base at scale. And then, as mentioned, we have a Q&A session and those 2 bonuses.
Right. So strategy 1, it's all about understanding your ideal customer. We say this is the cornerstone of your marketing strategy. And to develop a successful marketing campaign, understanding your customer is the most critical thing you need to know and do. So how well do you know your customer? Or more importantly, your prospective customer? You know, if you don't know that and you don't know what motivates them, you're not really going to attract the right customer. So how do we do this? Knowing your ideal customer is the most important thing, and it helps with your lead generation. And we do this through creating really strong, bulletproof personas. So guys, quick question into the audience. Have you created a persona for your business before, or ever in any other kind of realm of work?
Hands up.
Okay.
We've got a
3 or 4.
3 or 4 there.
George. You'll be doing 1 in 2 weeks, George. Okay, guys, so for those of you who haven't, we're going to give a really simple template on how to do it. And for the couple that have, it's still worthwhile looking at that document. It should be a living, breathing, evolving persona template that you look at and work on as your business grows. When we engage with clients, no matter how established they are, that's the first step we take. And 9 times out of 10, it needs to be shifted slightly and really crystallized and improved. So for example, when we engaged with an established fintech business, many of you will know them, Tactics, this is the first step we took with them. And this is what they said. Ro and Leanne challenged our preconceptions and understanding of our buyer persona and encouraged us to consider and improve our messaging. So why was this important to Tactics? Well, we helped them understand actually who they should be targeting. Their sales team hadn't been speaking to the right people or the decision maker in that organization, which was impacting their sales. The other thing it helped us do was create content that engaged that persona and really spoke to their pain point. So it helped shorten their sales cycle, empathize with their buyer, and help with their sales ultimately. And that's what we're all wanting here, to grow our customer base and to grow our sales. So, as we talked about, this is our persona template. It's blank at the minute. But here it is. This is the one we use ourselves. This is the one we'll use with clients. This is the one George will be doing in 2 weeks. It's a one-pager. It's simple and easy. We don't like to overcomplicate things. In Wombat days, everything had to be a one-pager. No more, no less. And this is a completed one, so you'll not be able to read all of this, but I'll talk through in a brief bit. This is a persona we created for our own Kickstart online program, and we call it Kickstart Kevin. So the 2 main roles this persona does for us is 1, understand who we're trying to target, who we're trying to find as a new prospect. And 2, how do we engage and nurture a relationship with that prospect? So if we go from the left-hand side, this includes demographics. So our Kickstart Kevin is potentially, thank you, my lovely model to the left. This includes the demographics. He's a CEO, he's a founder, he's a certain age bracket, he's in a certain location. And we use that data when we're doing our prospecting. And Ro will talk about the prospecting tools in a minute. But that helps us attract and find the right person, which is ultimately what we're trying to do. On the right-hand side here, it's goals, challenges, and objections. So this is how we understand what Kickstart Kevin is, what's keeping him up at night. What's his pain point? And for us, we know that he finds lead generation, building brand awareness, and growing his customer base utterly frustrating. That's the words we've heard. So we use our content to help alleviate that pain point. For us, we do webinars, we do sessions like this, we do blogs, and that helps attract, nurture, and convert us more Kickstart Kevins, and ultimately get us more sales. So armed with this persona, we use this on a daily basis. This is printed out and on our desks. We relate to Kickstart Kevin, and that allows us to know who we're finding, who we're targeting, and how to convert them into customers. So it's quite powerful. In the guide that we're given at the end of the session, this persona template will be included. So what we would say is, guys, take action, book out 30 minutes in the next week, use our persona. We've given a step-by-step guide on how to create it. And honestly, it really will improve your marketing and ultimately your lead generation process.
Definitely. So strategy 2, guys, we're looking at supercharge your sales by engaging a high volume of prospects. So why would you do this? Organic sales traction, it works, but it's really slow. And it's not designed to generate the levels of interest in your products to, reach those growth ambitions, those ambitious growth ambitions, those sales targets that you've set yourself. So for us, we look at prospecting as a volume game. So the prospecting goal is to source volumes of likely customers. When we say likely customers, it's those within your target companies that will champion your product. And then communicate with them to build authentic relationships and convert them to qualified leads for your sales team. So, we all know you need to be known, liked, and trusted before you have that engagement with sales. No one's going to come to your company until they feel as if you can provide value, that you understand what their missions are, and that you can help them. Mm-hmm. This is what Supercharge marketing is about. We've got three strategies to prospecting at scale for B2B tech companies, and we'll dive in, Leanne.
Yep.
Strategy 1, we've got bought lists. So we've all been there where we're building prospecting lists manually, and it's just so time consuming. Bought lists offer that real injection into your sales and marketing, and to fuel your campaigns and get that sales traction and those sales leads for your team. So with bought lists, there's a couple of caveats in and around that. You need to make sure that they're high quality. So first thing, they need to absolutely accurately match your ideal customer persona and that criteria. And what we advise our clients to do is ask for a sample. Mm-hmm. And interrogate that sample before you buy. Secondly, you need to be GDPR compliant, so it's work emails only. Yahoo and Hotmail accounts are no good. You're not allowed to just reach out to them without having prior consent. And the third thing is, once you get your list, we always run it through an email verification tool, something like Never Bounce, because that will allow you to remove the invalid emails, and that will protect your sender, email sender reputation. Mm-hmm. So with bought lists, there's some of our clients, this has provided that tactical approach to get up and running and supercharge their lead gen. So strategy 2, we've got prospecting tools. So this is the more sustainable approach to prospecting at scale. So there's 3 types here. Lead intelligence tools allows you to source volumes of prospects matched to your ideal persona criteria. And this can also include what technology they use, for instance. Mm-hmm. And that allows you to source those on a month-by-month basis. So you're fueling your marketing engines every single month. Website visitor tracking tools, so it is what it is. It allows you to determine which companies are visiting your site. They actually are aware of you, and there's buyer intent there because they're interested in what you have to offer. So what these tools do is they identify the companies, and then they source the right people within those companies. The third one is buyer intent tools. They work differently. It's all about internet monitoring of keywords and phrases. So this allows you to source volumes of prospective buyers, because they're in the area that is relevant to you. They're actively engaged with and have a need for services like you. So buyer intent tools allow you to source those prospects. Strategy 3 is inbound marketing. It's the 3 C's: content, capture, and convert. So inbound marketing, that's the organic approach that we spoke of earlier. It's slow, but it works. And what it is reliant on is content, SEO, social. It's a pull strategy. So you're trying to pull your prospects to a sales optimized website. Top tip here: if your website doesn't have functionality to capture leads, it's not working hard enough for you.
Yeah.
Being able to capture those leads, you can add those prospects to your database and engage with them with content that converts. So inbound marketing, albeit that it's slow, used in combination with the Supercharged approach of bought lists and prospecting tools, that's the combination that will maximize your ability to be able to generate that sales traction and achieve that growth. So prospecting at scale, if you're armed with a really bulletproof customer persona and you have your keywords and your criteria, that's all you need to get up and running with these 3 approaches. And, you know, as I said, it is very much a combination of these 3 approaches. And in our online training programs, we go deep into each of these options and work with you to determine the right formula for your business. So it's all very doable, and you can all start to do that today. So Roger Johnson is one of our clients. He's Axial 3D, and he used those 3 approaches to break into the North American market. And this is what he had to say: bottom line, we're getting in front of more qualified people. Within 5 months, new prospects doubled and sales increased by 40%. Again, that's open for you too.
Absolutely. So guys, strategy 3, this is our final strategy, and it's all about engaging. Now we know who the ideal customer is with our persona. We know how to attract them using our different prospecting strategies. We now want to create content that attracts, nurtures, and converts them. Content really is the fuel for your lead generation activities. It builds the relationship with your prospect. And as Rose said earlier, it's about the know, like, trust factor. That's how you establish that relationship. So today we're going to talk about the value of content marketing and then give you 5 golden rules when you're creating your content. But first of all, this is really important. Content marketing outperforms traditional marketing, generating 3 times as many leads, whilst costing 62% less. This is why we are so passionate about content, because we feel it can really help smaller business have a bigger impact. It's cost effective, it's scalable, and it's measurable, and it gives ROI. This is a stat that always resonates. On average, B2B buyers consume roughly 7 pieces of content before they're ready to engage with your sales team. 7 pieces. Have we got 7 pieces being pushed out at the minute? You know, plus more than 70% of the buyer journey is done online before they reach out to a supplier. So what does that mean for us? We need to be creating content that adds value to our potential customer, differentiates us from our competitors, and really builds that relationship and helps drive interest in our products and our company ultimately. So the 5 golden rules. I couldn't trust the clicker, so I've just got them all listed. So the first one being, content should be persona-led. So for Kickstart's Kevin, we know his goals and challenges and objections. His pain point is lead generation. So we create content on that. We spend a lot of time really refining our messaging and our copy for that persona. Be consistent. You're building a relationship. It's not a one-off. You need to commit weekly or bi-weekly to really push out content that's of value. And stay top of mind. Give before you ask. You know, how quickly are the sales team picking up the phone and doing a cold outreach? I would be considering those 7 pieces of content before ever asking for a call. and really adding value through our content before that cold outreach. So give before you ask. Use customer case studies and testimonials. This is one of the most effective pieces of content for lead generation. 79% of B2B buyers will read a case study during their decision-making process. So how many case studies have you got? Because I know when we go to speak to prospects, who have you done this with before? Can I see a case study? What return on investment did you get for them? This is really valuable. So spend your time creating the right content. And finally, number 5, always include a call to action. No dead ends. So what I mean by that, you have pieces of content. You want to guide your prospect through that. If they've finished reading a blog, give them the button to go to the next one or the next case study or book a call when you think the time is right. So these are our 5 golden rules when creating content. And if you apply them, you really will improve your lead generation marketing. This is what we run by, and it's working.
So we're going to talk about marketing automation here. How do we thread all those pieces of content together? And the way we do it is via email marketing, supported by your social and a sales optimized website. So sorry, Leanne, if you flick back. So marketing automation allows you to do this at scale. It takes the manual effort out of managing all of those emails. This is how you supercharge your growth, marketing automation.
Next.
Good.
Yep.
So as a recap, what we've done today is taking you through our 3 core strategies to get more sales. It's getting the right people, volumes of prospects that match your ideal customer persona. It's about the right message, making sure that that content resonates with your ideal customer persona's challenges, goals, and objections to, you need to be able to tackle the objections to adopting your company and your product. And then it's about the right time every time, and we achieve that through marketing automation. That all together equals more sales.
Very simple. So guys, that's the strategies covered, and this is our first bonus. So if anyone has their phone, open it up and see, will our QR code work? Fingers crossed it does. So this is our comprehensive guide that we mentioned earlier. It includes everything we've talked about today and a lot more. The persona template, top tips, and the works there. So grab it if you can. Give me a shout out if it's working. Yeah, oh good. Yeah,
Thumbs up.
So that's a lead capture form you're now about to put your name into. So guys, just so you know what that looks like. Great, so that's bonus 1, grab it.
Is everybody okay? No, we've still got a couple of people there.
We've 2, so we need to, all good? That work?
Are you okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. We'll be sharing it on LinkedIn as well, so guys follow us.
So,
next one?
Yeah.
Bonus 2.
So bonus 2 is that free strategy call. So if you're at the stage where you want to launch into new markets or new verticals, and if you're ready to invest in marketing, book a free strategy call with us. So, on these calls, we love to hear about your challenges, what your ambitions are. In terms of your challenges, in all likelihood, we've already encountered those challenges and can give you options and different approaches on how to tackle them. It's a limited time offer, and again, first come, first serve basis. So, grab it while you can.
This is a different QR code, guys, so if you want to do that, grab it, or we'll be doing a follow-up on LinkedIn as well. As I said last time, that we went back and we had a week full of calls.
We did have a week full of calls.
It scared us, but it went well. It went really well. So our timing actually has went well, Ro. Yeah. Normally we go off piece of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a Q&A and then we'll do a bit of a wrap-up.
Has anybody got any questions?
Stunned silence.
We've bamboozled you, or you know everything. Which one?
Yeah. Oh, Grania. Now go easy on us, Grania.
I will, don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
I don't work in a startup anymore, but I have done it. So how do you convince a CEO of a startup to invest in those tools that you mentioned, like the prospecting lists, the website, lead feeders, and all of those sort of tools that they need to use? How do you convince them?
Well, there's a couple of things. In terms of, I'll probably take a step back. In terms of the persona, I think that's the first starting point. Being able to recognize the importance of the persona and how that plays out, not only in your marketing, it actually plays out across your organization. In fact, whenever you're doing your persona work, we get our clients, and George, we're going to get you to do that next week. You know, your customer-facing teams, getting them to validate it, as well as your actual customers themselves. Once you have that, and you're going to your CEO saying, "Do you want more of them?" And you know, the way we look at it is, you know, you can definitely do marketing on an organic way if you don't have those international growth ambitions. If you're happy to steadily grow, and there's no shame in that, by the way. Our mission, because we know how it works, is to empower young tech companies to succeed internationally. And to do that, it has to be volume-based. It's all about, you know, we talk over and over again about that you need to be known, liked, and trusted. So to be known, you need volumes to know you. To be able to do that, you need those prospecting tools. To be liked, you need to have that content that empathizes. It's not about telling them about your features and benefits and why your product's really cool. It's not about that. It's about being able to go, you know, Les, I know that you want to get your SaaS app out, and I know that you know who you're trying to get it out to. So let's look at their world and be able to create the content that resonates. When you've got your prospects and you've got that content and you've got like 9,000 different marketing automation tools, so there's one to suit every business. You know, if you've got those pieces in place and you stay true to your persona, and you're able to automate that, that's giving you big company impact on a small company budget. And that's what I think is the real secret sauce, and that's what gets me excited about this strategy, because we know that it works. Logically, it works. But it's whenever we see our client companies breaking into North America, you know, another company breaking into Japan, never knew how to break into Japan before. It's those things that Leanne and I celebrate.
I think as well, you know, they're CEOs and the bottom line counts. So when we're able to come with case studies, like we talked about, with the return on investment and talk their language, they see the value in it. And sometimes it's also they don't have the confidence. They just don't know where to start with marketing. And we get that. And this is why we break it down into really simple ways. And in our website, we say, no fluff and no guff. We just get the thing done. And we've been there and done it before, so we know the approach and the road they need to take. And that gives them confidence. And we start small, and then we get bigger with what we do with them. And it's going well.
Any other questions?
You didn't bamboozle us. You just overloaded us with information, which is fantastic. So it's all very positive, which is brilliant, and we look forward to working with you in a couple of weeks' time.
Great.
But can you give us a negative thing from a company which didn't work, and maybe a reason why it didn't work? It's always good to hear that side of the coin as well.
Can I take this one?
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't work if spend is directed in the wrong way. This wasn't with us, but it was a client before we got to them. And I don't know how familiar everyone is with the buyer journey. So you have a funnel and you have the top, middle, and bottom. So at the top, you've got your strangers and you're trying to build awareness. At that stage, the company was burning through 10 to 20 grand on digital marketing and digital ads. And they didn't have that budget. And they weren't getting traction. And they were going, well, why are we not getting leads at the bottom of the funnel here? You know, we're spending all this money. And that breaks Ro and I's heart, because that's just not scalable. A small company, cash is king. They can't spend that money on a monthly basis and not get leads. So it doesn't work when you spend on digital ads at the top of funnel in a B2B organization, because you haven't built that reputation and that know, like, and trust factor. So that's why we say content is really scalable and affordable. So our big thing here, to answer the question, is spending a lot of money on the wrong thing it just really breaks our hearts. And when you do it effectively like this, it can scale for you.
So just to add to that, Leanne, in terms of the...
There's always something to add.
I do. I do, because I want to share what we know, because
What are you
it
joking? Are you
helps
joking?
people. So in terms of social,
Oh, yeah.
SEO, absolutely. SEM on your website. Social ads, though, that's Leanne's absolutely right. At top of funnel, that's not where you have your ad spend. When you have engagement in your middle of funnel, so people are already aware of you and have visited your site and you know of them, then that's the time to remarket to those who are already engaged. So you can remind them to come back, because you need them to go through those 7 pieces of content, right? And that's your goal in marketing. Get them through the 7 pieces of content so that they build that trust with you. So then then whenever there's a sales guy calling them or a sales lady calling them, that's whenever
It's a no-brainer.
all of that kind of trust has been already built up. Your sales cycles are reduced then as well. So there's loads of benefits, and I wish I had much more time to tell you all about them.
How are we? I think we're kind of running out of time. Is there any more questions? We'll take one.
Oh, I'm getting.
Oh no, we're getting to this.
Stop.
So hold
guys,
on, to wrap up, guys, just to say, today our goal was to share the 3 proven actionable strategies: knowing your ideal customer, your prospecting tools, and content that converts. I hope a takeaway today is that if you invest in your marketing effectively, you can expect up to 300% of a return on investment. And we hope we've given you that bit of confidence today to get started through our guide that you've all grabbed, hopefully. And if you really are committed to getting started, book a strategy call with us, and we're here to help.
or we're here for the next half hour anyway. So
At least,
come and chat to us.
And that's our contact details if you want to get in touch, grandscale.com or on LinkedIn. And thank you for your
Thanks, everybody.
time. Thank you.
Thank you.